new motorhomes in California.
Your reporter covering Stanislaus County, Nina Byrne, shows us how one RV seller is worried the regulations could slash his business in half.
Looking to hit the road in style and comfort in 2025, the campervan game has leveled up, bringing jaw-dropping designs, cutting-edge tech, and eco-friendly features to the forefront. From compact city explorers to luxurious mobile homes, these 5 campervans are redefining what it means to travel off-grid. Experience ultimate freedom, unmatched convenience, and innovative designs that cater to every adventurer's dream, making your journeys truly unforgettable. 5. Volvo Motor Home. The 2025 Volvo Motor Home takes road trips to a whole new level of comfort and style. Picture a vehicle that combines the elegance and innovation Volvo is famous for with everything you need to live it up on the go. This isn't just a camper, it's your mobile luxury suite. Let's talk about the look first. Imagine a bold, vibrant red exterior with a sleek, aerodynamic design that turns heads wherever you go. The large off-road tires mean you're not just limited to highways. This beauty is ready to tackle rugged trails and out-of-the-way destinations. The Volvo logo shines proudly on the front, and those clean, modern lines make it feel like $1,000,000. It's the kind of motorhome that looks just as good parked by a beach as it does in a bustling city. Inside, it's all about comfort. The spacious lounge area feels like a cozy living room, with plush sofas that you'll want to sink into after a day of exploring. There's a fully equipped kitchen that has everything you need to whip up gourmet meals on the road. A refrigerator, a stove, and plenty of storage. The bed? Full size and oh so inviting, complete with high-quality linens that make it feel like you're staying in a top-tier hotel. And the bathroom? It's pure luxury. There's a transparent shower cabin that feels more spa-like than camper, ensuring you don't have to compromise on comfort while adventuring. What makes this motorhome even better is its focus on sustainability. It's packed with eco-friendly features that don't just make you feel good about your carbon footprint, but also make off-the-grid adventures way easier and more sustainable. For starters, there's the powertrain lineup. You've got a fully electric version for those who want to embrace zero-emission travel. Imagine cruising down scenic highways, not burning a drop of fuel, and knowing you're leaving nothing behind but tire tracks. If you're not quite ready to go all in on electric, there's also a hybrid option. It strikes a sweet balance between cutting down on gas usage and offering the range you might need for those extra long hauls. So, whether you're plugging in at a campsite or rolling through remote areas, you're covered. Then there are the solar panels, which feel like the icing on the sustainability cake. They're seamlessly integrated into the design, soaking up sunlight to generate power. That means you can keep your fridge running, charge your devices, or even enjoy a lit-up motorhome at night without plugging into the grid. It's perfect for when you're parked in the middle of nowhere, miles away from civilization. Plus, knowing you're harnessing the sun's energy feels ridiculously cool and very 2025. Volvo didn't stop there, though. They've also thrown in advanced energy management systems. These little geniuses keep an eye on how much power you're using and make sure it's all running as efficiently as possible. No unnecessary waste. No awkward moments when you suddenly run out of juice halfway through a Netflix binge in the middle of a forest. Inside, things get even better with eco-friendly materials. The fabrics are antimicrobial, which means they're not just sustainable, they're also cleaner and healthier for anyone living in the motorhome. Add in touches like sustainable wood accents, and you've got an interior that feels both luxurious and planet-friendly. It's like a tiny home on wheels that's as good for you as it is for the Earth. Oh, and let's not forget energy recovery systems. Some models might come with technology that captures energy from braking and turns it into usable power. So every time you slow down on a downhill stretch or come to a stop at a red light, your motorhome is sneaking in a little extra charge. It's efficient at its finest. The 2025 Volvo Motorhome offers multiple engine options, including a turbocharged model and a hybrid version that strikes a perfect balance between power and fuel efficiency. The hybrid engine in the 2025 Toyota Motorhome is like a secret weapon for fuel efficiency. It's not just about saving gas, it's about doing it in a smart, seamless way that makes your travels smoother and greener. Toyota really went all in with the tech here. So let's break down how it all works. First off, the engine is designed to work smarter, not harder. The hybrid system keeps the internal combustion engine running in its sweet spot as much as possible. Basically, it avoids wasting energy by letting the electric motor take over when it makes the most sense, like during slow speeds or when you need an extra burst of power to tackle a hill. The result? The gas engine only kicks in when it's really needed, and even then, it's running at peak efficiency. Then there's regenerative braking, which is just a fancy way of saying the motorhome can recycle energy. When you hit the brakes, all that stopping power doesn't go to waste. Instead, it gets converted into electricity and stored in the battery. It's like giving the motorhome a free energy refill every time you slow down. Over time, this adds up to less fuel burned and fewer emissions, which is a win-win. The electric motor is another hero in this setup. It's there to lend a hand whenever you need extra power, whether you're merging onto a busy highway or cruising through town. The beauty of it lets the gas engine take a back seat, running at lower RPMs or even shutting off entirely when you're idling or coasting at low speeds. You're not just saving gas, you're cutting down on emissions too, which is a big deal for anyone who cares about leaving a lighter footprint. Toyota didn't stop at the engine though. They made the motorhome itself lighter by using composite panels and other lightweight materials. This means the whole vehicle requires less energy to move, which translates to even better fuel efficiency. It's one of those small design tweaks that makes a big difference over time, especially when you're lugging around a motorhome full of gear. And let's not forget about the brains behind the operation. The hybrid system is constantly adapting to your driving style and the road conditions. It's like having a super intelligent co-pilot managing the power between the gas engine and the electric motor. If you're just crawling through a campground, it might switch to electric-only mode to save fuel. On the open road, it balances things out to give you the best mileage possible. It's all happening behind the scenes, so you can just focus on enjoying the drive. Safety, of course, is a given with Volvo. It's got radar and cameras constantly scanning the road for vehicles, pedestrians, cyclists, and even deer that think the highway is a great place for a stroll. If something, or someone, suddenly pops up, the motorhome can hit the brakes for you. Imagine having a co-pilot who never blinks and always has their foot hovering over the brake pedal. Pretty reassuring, right? Oncoming lane mitigation is another neat trick. If you ever accidentally veer into oncoming traffic, because hey, we're all human, the motorhome can steer itself back into the correct lane. It's the kind of feature you hope you never need, but are so glad to have if things go sideways. Speaking of intersections, the motorhome might include intersection collision avoidance. Imagine you're about to make a turn, and another car barrels into the intersection out of nowhere. This system can slam on the brakes before you even have time to shout, "Where did that guy come from?" It's like having a sixth sense for unpredictable drivers. The tech doesn't stop there. The motorhome's smart connectivity is like having a personal assistant on board. With voice commands or a touchscreen, you can control everything from lighting to climate settings. There's even an app that lets you manage features remotely, so you can prep the interior before you even step inside. Navigation is top-notch, making it easier than ever to find your way to that hidden gem of a campsite. As for the price, the Volvo motorhome is firmly positioned in the luxury category. Starting at around $80,000 for the base model, it offers incredible value for what you're getting. If you're after the fully loaded version with all the bells and whistles, think hybrid or electric drivetrain, premium materials, and extra tech, it might set you back closer to $140,000. But hey, for a vehicle that doubles as a home, it's a solid investment. For those who prefer a smaller setup, Volvo has thought of that too. There's a campervan version in the works, designed to be just as eco-friendly and packed with thoughtful features. It focuses on a modular interior that can be customized to suit your style, and it's all electric, making it an ideal choice for those who want to embrace sustainable travel. Next up, we've got another powerhouse in the campervan world. 4. Toyota Motor Home. The 2025 Toyota Motor Home is Toyota's way of saying, why settle for an ordinary road trip when you can take your whole home with you? It's built to handle whatever adventure you throw at it while keeping things stylish, comfortable, and packed with modern tech. Whether you're a weekend getaway person or someone ready to dive headfirst into van life, this motorhome has you covered. This isn't your clunky old camper. The Toyota motorhome has a sleek, aerodynamic design that manages to look tough and elegant at the same time. Picture it rolling down the highway with big, durable wheels and a raised frame that says, "Yeah, I can handle the dirt roads too." You can even snag one in a glossy gold finish if you're feeling extra fancy, or go for a custom color to match your vibe. Step inside, and it's all about comfort and functionality. The living area feels open and airy, thanks to those panoramic windows that flood the space with natural light. The seating? Plush and perfect for kicking back after a long day of exploring. The foldable tables are great for everything from dinner to late-night card games. And when it's time to crash, the sleeping area comes with a spacious bed that actually feels like a bed, not one of those thin, uncomfortable excuses for a mattress. The kitchen is fully equipped too, with modern appliances and clever storage solutions that make sure you've got room for all your snacks and cooking gear. Now, entertainment and tech are where this motorhome really shines. There's a wall-mounted widescreen TV for movie nights and a high-quality sound system that can turn your road trip playlist into a full-on concert. It even has smart home integration, so you can control the lighting, adjust the temperature, or check on your power levels right from your phone. It's like having a mini luxury apartment on wheels. Performance-wise, the Toyota Motorhome doesn't mess around. The hybrid engine in the 2025 Toyota Motorhome is like a secret weapon for fuel efficiency. It's not just about saving gas, it's about doing it in a smart, seamless way that makes your travels smoother and greener. Toyota really went all in with the tech here, so let's break down how it all works. First off, the engine is designed to work smarter, not harder. The hybrid system keeps the internal combustion engine running in its sweet spot as much as possible. Basically, it avoids wasting energy by letting the electric motor take over when it makes the most sense, like during slow speeds or when you need an extra burst of power to tackle a hill. The result? The gas engine only kicks in when it's really needed, and even then, it's running at peak efficiency. Then there's regenerative braking, which is just a fancy way of saying the motorhome can recycle energy. When you hit the brakes, all that stopping power doesn't go to waste. Instead, it gets converted into electricity and stored in the battery. It's like giving the motorhome a free energy refill every time you slow down. Over time, this adds up to less fuel burned and fewer emissions, which is a win-win. The electric motor is another hero in this setup. It's there to lend a hand whenever you need extra power, whether you're merging onto a busy highway or cruising through town. The beauty of it lets the gas engine take a back seat, running at lower RPMs or even shutting off entirely when you're idling or coasting at low speeds. You're not just saving gas, you're cutting down on emissions too, which is a big deal for anyone who cares about leaving a lighter footprint. Toyota didn't stop at the engine though. They made the motorhome itself lighter by using composite panels and other lightweight materials. This means the whole vehicle requires less energy to move, which translates to even better fuel efficiency. It's one of those small design tweaks that makes a big difference over time, especially when you're lugging around a motorhome full of gear. And let's not forget about the brains behind the operation. The hybrid system is constantly adapting to your driving style and the road conditions. It's like having a super intelligent co-pilot managing the power between the gas engine and the electric motor. If you're just crawling through a campground, it might switch to electric-only mode to save fuel. On the open road, it balances things out to give you the best mileage possible. It's all happening behind the scenes, so you can just focus on enjoying the drive. Safety is another big win here. Toyota's packed it with all the goodies. Lane keep assist to keep you steady, adaptive cruise control to make long drives a breeze, and emergency braking support for those unexpected moments. Driving a big vehicle like this can be intimidating, but these features make it feel like you've got an invisible co-pilot watching your back. Toyota also went all in on eco-friendly touches. The hybrid engine isn't just great for your wallet, it's also a step toward reducing emissions. Add in the solar panels on the roof, and you've got a setup that lets you generate your own power when you're off the grid. There's even an eco mode that helps conserve energy in the living area without skimping on comfort. You can camp out in the middle of nowhere and still have all the modern conveniences while keeping your environmental impact low. As for the price, the Toyota Motorhome is surprisingly competitive for what it offers. Starting at around $85,000, it's a solid investment for the features and reliability you're getting. If you go for all the bells and whistles, you're looking at closer to $100,000. But honestly, that's still a steal for something that doubles as a luxury vehicle and a home. Now, if you're really looking to take things up a notch in terms of power and luxury, let's talk about the Mercedes 6x6 Campervan. 3. Mercedes 6x6 Campervan. The 2025 Mercedes 6x6 Campervan is an absolute beast of a vehicle. made for those who don't just want to travel, but want to dominate the road, or lack thereof. This camper isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about making every single mile an experience. It's a perfect mix of rugged off-road capability and downright luxurious living, designed to make you feel like you're conquering the wilderness without sacrificing an ounce of comfort. Let's start with the foundation. This beauty is usually built on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter platform, which is already known for being tough and versatile. But then, they take it up several notches with the 6x6 setup. Yep, 6 wheels of pure adventure-ready power. This configuration isn't just for show, it's all about stability and traction, especially when you're tackling loose sand, muddy trails, or steep inclines. It often uses a system like Oberreiner to achieve that 6-wheel magic, paired with oversized off-road tires and a raised suspension. The result? A camper van that looks like it could roll through Jurassic Park without breaking a sweat. Inside, it's a whole different world. Mercedes didn't just slap a bed in the back and call it a day. They went all out to create a space that feels more like a luxury apartment on wheels. There's a modular seating area that you can configure to fit your vibe, whether you're lounging, eating, or working on your next adventure plan. The kitchenette is fully loaded, with an induction cooktop, a refrigerator, a microwave, and enough counter space to whip up a gourmet meal. And let's not forget the bathroom. It's fully enclosed, giving you a proper shower and toilet setup so you can stay fresh no matter where you are. At night, the king-size convertible bed promises the kind of sleep you wouldn't expect in the middle of nowhere. Most models come with a beefy 3.0-liter turbocharged diesel engine, delivering the power you need to haul all that gear and hit those tough trails. The performance focus would be on torque, lots of it. A 6x6 camper isn't just about speed, it's about handling weight and tough terrain like a pro. Whether you're crawling up a steep mountain trail or cruising through deep sand, you need an engine that won't break a sweat under pressure. That's where this kind of diesel engine shines. It's built to carry heavy loads and still deliver smooth, reliable power. You're not just driving a camper, you're commanding a mobile fortress. And let's not forget the customization possibilities. High-end versions of vehicles like this, especially ones tuned by companies like Brabus, don't just settle for enough. They go all out. Brabus, for instance, loves to turn things up to 11, and they've been known to fit their custom builds with monstrous engines like a 900-horsepower V8 bi-turbo. Imagine that in a camper, basically a luxury supercar on 6 wheels with a bed and a kitchenette. Overkill? Maybe. Awesome? Definitely. And because it's Mercedes, you get all the tech you could want. There's a sleek infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so your playlists and maps are always at your fingertips. Solar panels on the roof let you go off-grid without worrying about running out of juice, powering everything from the lights to the fridge. Add in a suite of safety features like adaptive cruise control and 360-degree cameras, and you've got a camper that's as smart as it is tough. On the eco-friendly side, this camper is doing its part. Those solar panels don't just let you camp off the beaten path, they also reduce your reliance on traditional power sources. The climate control system is designed to keep you comfortable without wasting energy, so you're staying green while staying cozy. Now, let's talk about the price tag. This kind of adventure-ready luxury doesn't come cheap. Depending on how much you customize it, you're looking at anywhere from $150,000 to well over $250,000. But honestly, for what you're getting, a premium, off-road capable, fully loaded home on wheels, it feels like a fair deal. This is the kind of camper for people who want the best of both worlds, the ability to explore the wildest terrains, and the comfort of knowing they've got all the amenities waiting for them at the end of the day. For those who want a balance of power, efficiency, and comfort on the road, the Mercedes Sprinter Motorhome is definitely worth considering. 2. Mercedes Sprinter Motorhome. The 2025 Mercedes Sprinter Motorhome comes with engine options that blend performance, reliability, and efficiency. Everything you'd want for a smooth and capable road trip. At the heart of most models is a sturdy diesel engine, tuned for both city driving and off-the-beaten-path adventures. For starters, there's the trusty 2.0-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel. It's available in 2 flavors: the standard version, which puts out 168 horsepower and 295 pound-per-feet of torque, and the high-output version, giving you a bit more kick with 208 horsepower and 332 pound-per-feet of torque. Some configurations may squeeze out an extra few horses, hitting 211 horsepower, but either way, you're looking at a solid engine with plenty of grunt for towing or tackling steep inclines without breaking a sweat. The 9G Tronic automatic transmission in the 2025 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter takes the driving experience up a notch in a few important ways. First off, the 9-speed gearbox ensures that shifting is incredibly smooth. You hardly notice the gear changes as you accelerate or decelerate, so the whole drive feels effortless. It's the kind of thing that makes your ride feel smooth and uninterrupted, whether you're cruising on the highway or just driving around town. Another big win with this transmission is how it helps the engine perform more efficiently. Thanks to the wide range of gears, the engine gets to operate within its sweet spot more often, which means you get the best balance of power and fuel economy. So, while you're getting the performance you want, the van still manages to be pretty fuel efficient, keeping you on the road longer without constantly stopping for gas. One thing that stands out is the quiet, comfortable ride. The 9G Tronic is built to be lightweight, and this helps keep road noise and vibrations down. This means you're not only getting a smoother ride, but also a quieter one, which can be a game changer on long trips when you're looking to avoid any extra road noise or vibrations that could make the drive feel more tiring. For those who want a bit more control over how the transmission works, the 9G Tronic has manual control options. You can use the steering wheel mounted shift paddles to manually change gears without taking your hands off the wheel. It's a nice feature, especially if you're dealing with more dynamic driving situations, like navigating through tight roads or wanting to push the van a bit harder for some fun. And to make things even better, the 9G Tronic works seamlessly with the Dynamic Select system. This system lets you choose between different driving modes, like Comfort, Sport, Eco, and Individual. Each mode adjusts the way the transmission shifts, so if you want to drive a little more relaxed, you can put it in Comfort. But if you're in the mood for some more pep in your step, Sport mode kicks in, and the transmission shifts at higher revs to give you a more responsive ride. When it comes to handling, the Sprinter gives you options. You can go with rear-wheel drive for a classic setup that's perfect for city streets, or opt for the all-wheel drive version if you're planning to venture into tougher terrain. The AWD system is designed to keep things steady when the going gets tough, whether you're driving through snow, rain, or even light off-road trails. What's cool about the AWD system is that it's smart. Under normal driving conditions, it keeps the power going to the rear wheels like a classic rear-wheel drive setup. But as soon as it senses that there's a slip or a loss of traction, maybe you're driving over some wet leaves or loose gravel, the system kicks in and sends power to the front wheels as well, automatically adjusting to give you more grip. It's one less thing you have to worry about while you're on the road. The system works smoothly thanks to a multi-plate clutch pack, which seamlessly distributes torque between the front and rear axles. This ensures that the vehicle stays stable and responsive, even when the conditions get a little sketchy. It helps you keep control, whether you're cruising through a rainstorm, driving up a muddy hill, or just navigating some snow on the ground. It's all about getting you to where you want to go, without having to worry too much about road conditions. For those looking for a little extra oomph, the AWD option is usually paired with the higher output 2.0-litre turbo diesel engine, which produces 208 horsepower and 332 pound-per-feet of torque. This engine gives the motorhome enough power to handle the extra demand of AWD, ensuring you won't lose any performance while taking on tougher conditions. Mercedes is also hinting at some exciting possibilities for the future. There's talk of a beefy 3.0-litre V6 diesel engine joining the lineup, potentially bringing even more power and torque to the table. And for those leaning toward a greener ride, there's speculation about an all-electric version in the works. While not confirmed yet, an electric Sprinter motorhome would open up a whole new world of eco-friendly adventures. If you're after something that brings both luxury and off-road capability, the 2025 GMC Motor Home is one you'll want to keep an eye on. 1. GMC Motor Home 2025. The 2025 GMC Motor Home is shaping up to be a total standout, offering a mix of luxury, innovation, and adventure. While the full details are still a bit of a mystery, it's clear that this motorhome is all about pushing boundaries with modern tech and high-end comfort. Think spacious interiors with premium materials, a living area that feels like home, and all the bells and whistles that make road trips not just doable, but downright enjoyable. When it comes to performance, The 2025 GMC Motor Home is definitely built with versatility in mind. Whether you're taking it on a long road trip or heading off the beaten path for a more rugged adventure, it seems like this camper has the chops for it. It's probably packing some advanced all-wheel drive or other systems that help you handle whatever terrain you throw at it. If you're someone who loves a mix of comfort and exploration, this motorhome could be a dream come true. On the tech side, this motorhome isn't skimping. Expect a fully integrated infotainment system, possibly smart home-style features that let you control everything from the lights to the climate with a simple command, and probably some safety upgrades like adaptive cruise control and lane departure warning. It sounds like GMC wants to make sure your ride is as smooth and high-tech as possible. While we don't have the exact engine specs yet, it's likely that the 2025 GMC Motor Home will be rocking some serious power under the hood. If it's anything like GMC's truck lineup, you might see a V8 engine or maybe a turbo diesel option, perfect for handling both cruising on highways and tackling off-road adventures. And when it comes to gear shifting, it's probably going to feature an advanced automatic transmission, like a 10-speed, so you can enjoy a smooth, efficient ride no matter where you're headed. As for where this motorhome stands in the market, it's definitely in the luxury segment. If you're looking for a top-tier RV that combines style, technology, and performance, this could be right up your alley. While the price hasn't been officially released, it's safe to say that these luxury motorhomes typically start around $100,000 and can go up well over $200,000, especially if you go for a lot of custom features. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.